right, what's going on, people? We are live. Yeah.
Hola, amigos. ¿Cómo está?
Muy bien, sir. Muy bien. Automatically glitching. Look at that.
That's all I know. That's I just topped out my Spanish.
Come on, man. You know more than that. You got to know.
Yeah, I know. I do trabajo. El trabajo, right? Yo soy trabajo.
Necesito un burrito grande. You know, you need to know that. ¿Dónde está?
What is it? Bien dejos en fuegos? Flaming assholes? I should know more. I definitely should. It's probably of a lot of things I have not done in California. Learning Spanish is actually high on the list. I feel kind of like I should be able to. I can understand it pretty well. I should say that. But yeah, the responses are short and sweet.
Well, first off, bienvenidos to everybody out there. This is Retouch This. This is episode number 4. Everybody.
Quattro.
And, Quattro. Yeah, you know that. So I'm your host, John Cocozza, and I'm joined with my co-host, Brian Linsley, right there. And we're going to have Mikey Beats coming on stream in a little bit.
Mikey Beats off.
Yeah, he'll be here. So this is Retouch This. And basically what we do is I'm a professional bikini model photographer, and I have to sit and edit tons of bikini photos all the time. So I figured, why not invite on some of my friends and just hang out and shoot the shit and talk about, I guess, what guys talk about. So that's about it. So we've got a great show for you today. But first off, if you can, please do me a favor. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel, because the majority of my watchers are not subscribed to my videos. So just click that subscribe button. And then if you like the show, please hit the thumbs up on the like button, comment on the video. But one of the best things that you can do is share the video with your friends. Send it to some bros, make sure the girlfriends don't let them see it. Or you never know, nowadays the girlfriends might be into it. They might be, a couple that does threesomes or something like that. So she may be down. I don't know. But today's episode, what we're going to do is we are retouching bikini models of a beautiful girl named Sherry Landry. We are going to talk about some censorship online, specifically around the censorship of bikini models and modeling content that's happening to me and to tons of girls on Instagram. I think I wake up every day and I see this happen. Girls' accounts are getting deleted left and right. We're also going to talk about the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, episode number 2, which came out last week. And then, of course, guys, at the end of the segment is our awesome segment called Women Crush Wednesday, where we do a little roundtable discussion of our favorite models, actresses, porn stars, cam models of the week. And then you guys leave in the comments which ones is your favorite as well. And how you loving this almost 90-degree day here in Southern California, Brian?
Not. Hate it. Only because I know in late July and August till like December, I guess last year was somewhat mild up here, but just, dude, I'm not trying to get into a climate change thing, but I do not remember ever growing up, and granted, maybe it was because of the East Coast, but I went to high school in Atlanta, Georgia, which isn't exactly in the north. I don't remember months and months of 90 plus. I really fucking don't. Dude, in the last 24 calendar months where I am in Los Angeles, it has not been below 50 degrees once.
Yeah.
Even at night, maybe we touched a 40 once or twice, but tonight it's going to drop down to 62. And when I say 62, East Coast, that is shorts and sandals. No.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I almost took a picture of it. And yesterday it was 75. It was,
or for Canadians.
Chill. Yeah. It was chilly in the morning, dude. And I kid you not, I'm looking at my neighbor like she's across the street. Fucking borderline parka, gloves, fucking full-on pants, a goddamn, not a beanie, a ski hat. Yeah. I'm going, to the mountains. I'm like, what? First of all, this chilly again, we're talking 60.
Yeah.
60 degrees in the morning. I don't get it. And I know it was a girl, so maybe she, but I don't know how people do it. I mean, I see all day today people wearing, like, yeah, it's not like a winter jacket, but like a jacket or a long sleeve something with jeans, and there's a shirt underneath. I'm like, dude, I'm wearing shorts and a t-shirt, and I'm hot. I don't know how people do it.
I'll tell you what, though, man, I'm the opposite, man. I love it. I love the dry heat, like crank it up to 100. Well, yeah,
Really?
I don't mind it. I hate Florida, 90 humid, 100 humid, but dry heat, desert heat, it's just kind of like a hot oven. And but what it does mean, segue, is it's bikini season.
Very good, very good. Well, I mean,
the temperature goes up and the clothes come off, and that's the way it goes in Southern California. So
I should say
you anything. If we were just to roll around my area in San Diego right now, I mean, there would be girls out on lawns in bikinis. They'd be biking tonight. They're all over the beaches. I'm sure there was boat parties today. So, I got no problem with that.
Full disclosure, too, I live in an apartment, and I'd say 80% of apartments around Los Angeles don't have air conditioners. And if they do, it's that bullshit thing in the window. I mean, what the fuck is that? I mean, it's such a piece of shit. You're not sitting in a goddamn 10-foot radius. And even in that radius, it's not that great. I do have a pretty kick-ass portable one, but I just didn't think it was the time to put it up. And it's not, you can't live stream with that thing,
I picture those old ones that are in those old apartments. Like you go inside the guts of the air conditioner, and there's that old guy who was in the Dunkin' Donuts commercials, and you hit the button, and he just like gets up, and he's like, "Time to make the AC run," and he's just in there like cranking a wheel, like like this, and just, and you're just standing there like banging on it, and he's just he's inside. I know. I'm not as young as I used to be. So, but hey, you want to check out the girl that we got today?
Yeah, let's take some luck.
All right, let me go ahead and share and add to the stream. Boom. Our babe today that I'm editing photos of is the lovely Sherry Landry. So I shot these photos. I checked the metadata, and I shot these photos in 2006.
Really?
Dude, long time ago. So basically, I forget. I can't even remember how we met. It might have been off Model Mayhem at the time when Model Mayhem was really big, but this was definitely when I was working for Surf Shop magazine and shooting models a lot, like probably 4 to 5 miles a week just to build up content for Surf Shop. So we met up down in La Jolla. And this is an interesting thing. I'm going back. This is actually when I used to use reflectors instead of lights.
Right.
So you can just see with these shots, like how many photos. And, I was always just bringing bros or people I knew to the photo shoots to help with the reflector. And I'm trying to get the light like nice and even perfect. And they're standing there and I'll see the light like dropping off. And they're oh, like with their tongues out at I'm like, dude, reflector, light. Like
Luke Perry in The Fifth Element.
yeah, exactly.
Random reference, but
I mean, like, so take this first set, right? And that's the thing with the reflector, like a full body size reflector. As soon as the light in the sky starts changing, the reflector starts changing. This person starts moving the reflector left or right and doesn't have it perfectly on them, then he starts drifting, boom, you lose the light. So you're in the process of shooting, and I can't remember if I shot this with film or if this was actually with the digital camera. No, you know what? This was with the digital camera. These are RAW files. I have the original RAWs. But we did this great shot. This was in an area of La Jolla, California. There's awesome rock formations. You can see I like to choose the white bikini against the like dark stone backdrop with her. And she was just absolutely stunning. It was one of those girls. What do you think?
I feel like the white bikini on any girl, like ethnicity or whatever it is, the white bikini is just usually exceptional. I don't know what it is. I think it just enhances everything about them. Like if they're tan, it seems that like they're more tan. If they have like dark hair like her, something about it just makes it pop. White makes it pop. It's nice.
Yeah, so these photos actually I got published in a couple different. We got published in Surf Shot. I think I might have gotten published in Eastern Surf Magazine with these. This one was really great. I mean, but you could tell like the lighting really. This was close to sunset. We're really trying to bounce that light back on her, you know. So this is definitely a little challenge, but you know,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she went on to do actually like sports casting up in your area, Los Angeles.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, she was a published model for quite some time, man. Long time. I think she was doing modeling for about 10 years or so, and then she moved into broadcasting. So you can see the lighting. We're going to need a ton of work on this stuff. We're going to have to really get into the raw files and tweak them. And,
yeah.
You know, this one's going to be kind of difficult because I really lost the light on her on this. This one was probably, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to keep the exposure of this background and then put enough light on her. But we ran out of light with we were trying to bounce the reflector back in on her. Yeah, so you see how close the reflector is to her right there.
Yeah.
You see it in the edge of the frame right there. Not her waist, but that's.
But in general, that's nice light in the background too, though.
Yeah. Yeah, but you know, that's the whole point of this show is that with today's technology, we're able just to do so much different stuff, you know, to these photos and really kind of change them and make them, you know, what they really should be. So
it's incredible, honestly, what can now be done to a physical person, to what their physical look. I mean, I get in the past, like adding an effect, adding like a fire or an explosion, whatever, I get that. But yeah, what can be done physically to people, whether it's a model, whether it's an actor, you know, whatever they're doing in post-production, but it's pretty damn impressive, that's for sure.
Yeah, and the stuff that we're doing actually is nothing compared to some of the stuff that you see up in LA. When you look at magazine covers and when you look at catalogs and ads, anything like that, they hire graphic designers to work on these things, you know, and they'll pay. These guys are getting paid top dollar to edit some of this content.
Yes.
As we are loading Photoshop right now, which is taking a tiny bit of time with the pinwheel.
Hey, so, not to jump into our topics real quick either, but I'm just curious, did you see this thing today? Apparently the Thundercats movie is finally going to come and happen.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know if you had like over the last 20 years, I feel like, and it was even before I even moved to California, I feel like there was just these rumors, right? Like, I mean, obviously we were little kids when that show was on TV, and it wasn't really that, it's not like that's super long ago, but I remember one, like it got me like 10 years ago, hook, line, and sinker. It was apparently McConaughey was going to be Lion-O. I think it was Ving Rhames was going to be. Yeah, Ving Rhames was going to be Panthro. Like it sounded good, and I don't know if it was like early YouTube, but by the end of it, this was nothing that was actually in the works. This was just like somebody, you know, like me or something, just putting it up there, be like, "Hey, this would be awesome. You should do it." But yeah, it looks like it's happening. I don't know about any cast or anything like that yet, but
I'd be down. I'll tell you what, man. I really think. Just what you said right there, the casting, Ving Rhames, and yeah, I mean that would be
that would have been interesting back then, right?
Except the problem is that you know you'd have Matthew McConaughey nowadays, you know, early 20-year-old Matthew McConaughey, cool. Matthew McConaughey now as Lion-O, they'd be like, Lion-O, what do you think? And he'd start going off into, well, you just know I think we need to roll up in a Buick out there. And what is Thundercats Ho? If you really think about it. I mean, where do we go with that? Where do we go with that? So, you know, the funny, yeah, big fan of Matthew McConaughey. He just held that big charity event for Texas for the deep freeze over last weekend. That was pretty incredible. They raised a ton of money for all the people in Texas out there. So he's starting a YouTube channel. Good on him, dude.
I'm good with McConaughey. I feel like if present day McConaughey was going to do Thundercats, he'd really need to bulk up again.
Oh,
that guy's definitely moved into the lean, whatever.
I'll tell you who would be a good Thundercat though for Lion-O is Chris Hemsworth.
Yes, he would.
Thor.
Yeah, that's a good call. Because I haven't even pictured, I haven't seen that show in a while. I do know this. I always thought Mumra was an exceptional concept for a bad guy. Yeah, right? Because he's mummy guy, but he's got to kind of turn into the fucking freak that he is too. Kind of like, Lionel gets a little juiced up when he gets the sword going.
Mm-hmm.
Which I mean, I think we can obviously say it's like a dude getting going when he gets hard, right? It's like he's got this sword that once it gets big, it's like, look out. I always started associating that with an extreme version of I don't know, some type of a boner. But that's the sick humor that lives in my head. But I'm excited. Man, dude, they could really do some wild shit now.
And let's see here. Speaking of Thundercats and Lionel and Thundercats Ho, look at Mikey Beats there with that lion's mane of a hair just glistening in the light with the background light.
Got to do something. Is that a fresh wash?
Yeah. Wait.
Fresh wash and condition? It looks silky smooth, brother.
No, I just sweat, bro, and beans.
Is that the Irish Mexican hair treatment?
That's exactly it. What's up with you fuck boys? How you guys doing?
I'm bitching about the heat up here. John seems to like it, and then we jumped into just briefly. They're going to do a Thundercats movie, like an actual big screen movie. So we were just kind of touching on that while we check out First Model here.
Oh wow! Hopefully it doesn't end up like Cats, the freaking Broadway musical movie.
Didn't even think about that. I
didn't
didn't
they have to
that.
They had to blot out the nipples and the buttholes or something. Honestly, I didn't even watch it. No. I'm not a cat guy.
It even felt like the people in that movie seemed to think it was horrible.
But why? I'm all about the pussy, but not that.
And why Cats on the big screen, man? That's an awesome musical. I saw that musical when I was, I think my mom dragged me to it when I was 12 or 14. I didn't want to go. And I left. I was like, that was pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, leave that one. Why is it got to be a movie? Who fucking cares? You can go see that at the Fox or wherever, Broadway. I mean, that thing's playing all the time.
Yeah, and post-COVID and pre-COVID, you could have seen any high school musical too.
I had no idea. I had no inkling to go see that movie, watch that movie, anything. I've never seen it on Broadway. I remember studying it in school as a kid. And in music class, and I'm
interesting.
But no, Phantom of the Opera. Yeah, okay, we could watch that, or they do a remake of Jesus Christ Superstar. Down with that for the good music. But Cats, nah, man.
I thought you'd be into that, John, especially after you paid $2,000 a ticket for Hamilton. Jeez.
Cats was cool to me because it was the first play my mom ever took me to where it kind of got interactive. I don't know if you guys ever went to see it at, whatever city you live in and their big theater or whatever, but it's you're in your chair and if you're a little kid or whatever, and then the cats, it gets real dark and all the cats are coming down the aisle. I know they do that in a bunch of different shows, but it was the first one where I had ever experienced it. And I'm more of a cat guy than a dog guy, so I was kind of into it. But anyway, yeah, that's a little nugget, isn't it? You don't hear that often.
Oh, there she is doing that pulling down the bikini thing for Johnny.
The pull down bikini, dude, we got several. We got a bunch of that.
She's big on the pull down.
That's hot. I'm hot. Oh my god.
Yeah, you guys. I'm over by the coast. You guys are both inland, so I guess that's.
And no fans allowed to be on because of the sound.
I know. So I'm over here sweating. Hey, I know it's not on the agenda, but did you guys see those the Lil Nas X Satan shoes?
saw an article, didn't jump into it. I didn't know what that meant. So I was just like, what is that? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's incredible. Johnny, are you familiar?
So he had a commercial or video, and now like Nike's all pissed about it or something like that. Is that the deal?
All right. So Lil Nas X did a collab shoe with a company. I think it's out of New York. I'm not positive. But what they did is they got 666 pairs of, I believe the Nike was the Air Max. Not positive. But they basically tweaked the shoes and made them all like deviled out with a pentagram, upside down cross. Inside the little air pockets at the bottom of the sole, they put in this like red dye, and in that red dye, there's a drop of human blood in it, which that they claim that. Let's see if it's real. But yeah. So at the same time, he released a video called Montero, and it's got it's like a hell scene where he's giving Satan a lap dance. For real, and they released it. I think on what was it? We just passed Passover or Good Friday or something?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, because Easter's coming up, so yeah, Passover. I think it was.
So that's when he released it, and so the religious conservatives, Christians, are all up in arms. Fox News and Candace Owens are all screaming at this dude, and Lil Nas X had that. Everyone knows him from the Old Town Road. Song that got 1 billion plays. Your grandparents love it. Your nephews, they love it. Everyone loved that song, but he's a gay black dude, and that came out after the song. So that kind of added to the layers of craziness to this dude. But what people don't know about Lil Nas X is before Old Town Road, he got really famous by being a really good internet troll and social media marketer. People would pay him to blow up songs on the internet. So he knows how to use social media to his advantage. So here he releases these shoes plus this album. The album's to date had over 10 million views on YouTube, number 1 on iTunes, number 1 across the board. I mean, everyone's going crazy over it. And just like a car wreck, you can't stop looking at it. So, and then his responses on his Twitter feed to these people are just insane. I mean, it's just hilarious. He's trolling everybody, totally doing it for attention, totally telling everybody that he's doing it for attention, and he's getting it. So
are the shoes actually real? Like, can you go to a website and buy them?
Yes, they sold out. So they made 666 pairs of these shoes, and they sold out in less than a minute. And
did they use?
They're the hottest shoes this side of Hades, and yeah, he did it. I mean, I got to give the guy a lot of respect. I mean, before this stunt, I was like, not so much. But then watching how he rolled it out, this guy's no idiot. This guy planned it all. He says it took him something like 9 months of work to do the rollout. It's absolutely brilliant. His trolling's brilliant. I mean, he just has a finger on the pulse right now of pop culture and the hot issues. Satanism versus God, and again, all the religious conservatives are going crazy over it. I mean, it's on Fox News every night now. It's the new Dr. Seuss.
Hey, if they used a drop of real blood, was it his blood?
That's a good question. I would assume so, but 666 drops of his blood. I mean, I don't know what that adds up to. But yeah,
I'm very there's certain songs the way I come across new music is way different than anybody else, most likely. I heard that song once or twice before the Super Bowl. I think it was 1 or 2 Super Bowl, whenever that he had a commercial. But so when I heard it, I was positive he was singing, "I'm gonna take my horse to the hotel room and I'm gonna ride it. I'm gonna ride it." And in my head, before I knew anything about the guy, I was like, "Dude, is that guy singing about bringing his boyfriend back to the hotel and banging the shit out of him?"
Well, that song's actually about doing drugs and has nothing to do with the horse and cowboy stuff.
No, it didn't. Like, I just heard "bring my horse," but it wasn't. It was in the chorus that I heard it when he says, "I'm I'm gonna bring my horse to the Old Town Road, right? I thought you were saying to the hotel room.
Oh.
And I was like, whoa, dude, like what's going on here? But I remember another one. Oh God, there's another one. I have that problem. I don't listen to I don't find mainstream music in mainstream places. Like I've literally only heard one Kanye West song in my life, and it was that awful song. It's from like a Gatorade commercial. It's awful. It's one of the worst, and that's the only like Kanye song I've ever heard. There's a few people like that. People don't believe me either. But it's like when I'm like, do you know who Jason Dara is? Do you know who the Wild Feathers are? Do you know who Greta Van Fleet is? People are like, huh? Who? I'm like, how do you not know who Greta fucking Van Fleet is?
Who's Greta Van Fleet?
Dude, do you like Led Zeppelin?
I'm messing with you.
Oh, okay. You know who they are then?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to find a picture.
I've heard of them. I've just never heard any of their music.
I mean, give them a YouTube shout, man. Like, this is the knock against them by the people who knock them. Oh, they're trying to rip off Zeppelin, dude. It's like, okay, hold on. They're like 20 to 23, 24. Yeah, some of their stuff sounds like Zeppelin, and it's awesome. And why would you be mad at that? In 60 years, there's only been one person or one band that's ever been able to kind of sound. I mean, Zeppelin was amazing, so why would that be a bad thing?
Right.
They said the same thing about. They said the same thing about Wolfmother. When Wolfmother came out and blew up on the scene, the way that the lead singer would sing, he sounded like Robert Plant. The way he would yell and wail, and just the sound of the band and stuff like that. So, I mean, nothing's original. You know what I mean? Like, let's be honest. The Beatles were copying. Or who was it? Elvis was copying blues players, American blues players from the South. You know what I mean?
The Stones, dude. The Stones have a massive influence of guys like Howlin' Wolf, right? Like, they talk about it openly. Like, they're not hiding it. They're like, yeah, because those dudes were badass. Not the Stones. The Stones are badass, but all those, old school blues guys. And what's that one song? The Nirvana song from the Unplugged album, like my girl, where did you sleep last night? That's like a 1930 song, I believe, by a dude literally named Tin Can or Soup Can something. He was a soul singer, like he was a brother. Like his shit was amazing. That's a cover from that dude, and the version you can find by him on the internet. It's just as good as what Nirvana did, if not better, because it's so raw. Anyways, that's just my dick.
To touch back on what Mikey was saying, that's a good segue into. So basically, doing photography, being an artist, creator, whatever like that, I've got no problem with what people want to create. My problem, like with our topic of censorship, is that the rules need to be applied in the same fashion. So since this is our first topic of today, I figured that we can yeah. So censorship of hot women and the application of it. So this crap has been going on now for quite a while.
On YouTube. You're saying on YouTube or in other spaces?
In general, in other spaces.
Okay.
We've got a situation now. So basically, I had, let me just pull this up here. I had created a page on Facebook called Bikini Girl Magazine, right? And I'm sure you guys had followed it. It actually had been titled something completely different. And I had it up there. I think it was called Hot Bikini Models for quite some time. And it was up there for like around 8 years and just slowly getting traffic. I'd post to it every once in a while or something, and it was no problem. And what ended up happening was, I'm going to pull up my screen right here. And so I got up close to 10,000 followers, and I used to post on it the same thing. Now this is the group page, right? So I used to post on it the same thing. just pictures of bikini models, girls I was working with, projects, you know, all that different stuff, funny memes. So this past fall, I was banned from Facebook for 3 days. And during that ban, suddenly I went to the page and I had received a message from Facebook saying that they unpublished my page because I violated spam guidelines. News to me, right? I'm like, well, wait a minute here. How am I violating spam? So I go and I look at their guidelines. And of course, I'm not violating anything. So they give you a little form and they say, would you like to appeal this decision? And then they provide like a description box so you can enter in your messages, right? And of course, I'm like, yeah, this is bullshit. I'm not violating anything. I just read these guidelines. So not only did they just unpublish the page, but they didn't provide any examples of what I was doing wrong. They just said your page is in violation of our terms of service regarding spam guidelines. So I write back to them. I say, I appeal the decision. I write to them. I say, I'm the only admin. I don't direct message anybody. All I do is post on my news feed. So how exactly am I violating these spam guidelines? So please appeal this, and that. They come back like a day later and they're like, okay, yeah, we're sorry. It was our bad. It was our mistake. You haven't violated anything. They reinstate the page. Well, on top of that, they're already choking the content. So I'm already noticing that every time I post something, it's reaching like 20 people, 15 people. I mean, so they started stalling and throttling the traffic to the page after that. Then when the election time came around, I got banned for 30 days, which lasted through till Christmas. It actually was post-election. I got banned at the beginning of November for something just stupid, bullshit for 30 days. So then in that process, 2 weeks into there, I get another notification and Facebook messages me and says, oh, we have unpublished your page, Bikini Girl Magazine. Now I'm like, for what? And they say, you violated spam guidelines again. They don't provide any examples. They don't say what I'm doing wrong. And then they just say, would you like to appeal this decision? The difference the second time, there's no way to message them any questions. It just is a checkbox, yes or no. I can't say, I can't appeal it. I can't write anything. I can't attach anything. So then I say, of course, yes, I'm going to appeal this. They come back 20 minutes later. They said, your page is still in violation. We've reviewed it, and we've permanently unpublished your page from Facebook. Gone. Almost 10,000 followers that I had spent 8 years developing. My business page for my business. I'm not posting porn. I'm not posting spam links or eyeglass crap or whatever you see on this set. It's literally just my pictures. Banned. So we start, same thing that this is happening. I start seeing this stuff happening on other, but this is the funny thing, right? So now watch this. Sports Illustrated, right? Oh, 5.9 million followers. Front Magazine out of England, 1.6. Posting the same, look at this. It's the same exact content I'm posting. And it's not even a question of advertising because they won't let us on Facebook advertise these companies. I tried advertising with Bikini Girl Magazine and they said you could not advertise anything with like women in swimwear related like this. Vanquish Magazine's been up there for a while. They've got 64,000 views. Lowrider Girls, 2 million. Wow. So somebody at Facebook, and I'm posting the same exact content as these other companies. Someone at Facebook decided they were going to come after me and they were going to target my businesses and then take my businesses offline. Specifically. So the same time this is happening, what happened to us on our first episode of Retouch This? We did our stream, we uploaded it, and then what happened? YouTube removed the video. They said that we violated the sex and nudity clause of YouTube's policy. Of course, you guys know that in our first video, there wasn't any nudity. There wasn't even any butt shots.
Okay, good. I wasn't sure if I took my dick out and forgot.
Well, you know, you luckily had the camera up a little higher, but we did see
it's tiny. It's tiny, so yeah, I wouldn't get in frame.
So and then YouTube, the most crucial time for YouTube is to get your video up there within the first 24 hours. So when did they remove our post? Our video on YouTube, our very first episode that we spent 2 weeks working on, they removed it and they took it down for 27 hours. I appealed it. Of course I appealed it. And I wrote to them and I said, hey, look, I've reviewed your policy. We didn't violate anything. There's no sex in our video. There's no nudity in our video. There's nothing like that. There's no showing of any genitalia whatsoever. So then we waited 27 hours and YouTube comes back to us and says, oh, okay, yeah, our mistake. Sorry, we've reinstated your video, but we've age restricted it, which then also limits the views. So since then, we haven't had a problem. But ever since I've been loading content onto YouTube, I create a thumbnail, right? So like you see these that have the titles and descriptions. This is on Bikini Girl Magazine actual YouTube page. I've been promoting this now for a year, and I only have 265 subscribers, even though these videos have thousands of views. So there's a thing going on with YouTube where they unsubscribe people. It happens throughout YouTube. Every creator knows that suddenly you just have tons of people unsubscribed, and YouTube goes and does that. But, so I post these things. It's just a girl in a bikini, right? So now you see these ones that have no titling, right? So these ones of Melissa, I literally had the thumbnail I created for them removed something close to 20 times. 20 times I had to submit appeals to YouTube to get the thumbnail reinstated. And every single time I won the appeal. And they would come back an hour later and remove the thumbnail again. Same thing happened with these videos of Danny Myers right down here, these two. So, but at the same time on YouTube, right? Victoria's Secrets, same exact content. Girls in lingerie, girls in bikinis, right? Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue. There's girls in body paint, girls topless, girls with see-through content on their videos. The most notorious one, Cardi B WAP video, which YouTube actively promoted. This video has 380 million views. So she can do a video singing about pussy, and she can all the hip-hop videos can be overtly sexualized. But then when I'm trying to do this, I get my stuff taken offline. And if you just do a search on YouTube for bikini girls, look at this content. Any of these people getting age restricted? Any of these videos? This girl's naked in this one. This is see-through. All these videos, millions of views. Okay? Now you go over to Instagram, and this is happening across the board on Instagram to models. That's one thing I didn't get a chance to talk with about Princess Pen. These girls could have millions of followers, and you guys know the value of this stuff. You got millions of followers, you're selling stuff, you're making tens of thousands of dollars a month. Overnight, Instagram is deleting these girls' channels. And their businesses, their platforms are gone. Sexy Natty G had an account with 5 million, 6 million followers. Overnight, Instagram deleted the whole account. She has to start from scratch again. So nobody knows what the rules are. These rules are written so vague, right? And you try to abide by them, and they keep on dinging content creators and small business owners. But then it's okay for all the media and entertainment, the big companies, to do whatever the hell they want on these platforms.
Probably because they're advertising and dumping millions of dollars into YouTube and these platforms.
But on Facebook, they're not advertising. You can't. That's the policy.
Do you think Facebook and YouTube are in cahoots against you? I mean, that's weird that they're both doing it to you.
Well, have you ever considered that you have people that are against you, John, and they are flagging all this stuff as inappropriate content
for months and months and months on end?
People get obsessed, dude.
No, it's honestly, this is all on the back end. This is all in the back end with it's got to be people at these companies. These companies. I mean, yeah, maybe there's somebody against my content at these companies themselves, but I'm not getting content removed because somebody's submitting a request. These are the actions being taken by these companies themselves. Same thing just happened on Instagram. Just had a bunch of content removed on Instagram. They were accusing my posts of posting bikini models as sexual solicitation. It's like, what?
Hey, I watch a lot of Premier League soccer. That a lot would not constitute how much porn I watch. God. No, but I watch a lot of Premier League soccer, which is the British league. I just basically what you're saying, I just found this interesting. So the beginning of last season, all of a sudden, there's like 6 guys that were whose YouTube channel was dedicated to fantasy Premier League, right? So NFL fantasy, baseball fantasy here, it's basically soccer fantasy. But it's big. The site that it's run on is huge. They give awesome prizes. Like, it's great. And you got mini leagues. Like, people fucking love it. The beginning of this season in quarantine, probably because, everybody was fucking stuck home, out of the woodwork, all of a sudden, like, boom, new guy. Like 50 new channels kind of popped up. They all were like, this is our first season. And a lot of them had the same reason. A handful of them got pretty big pretty fast. I just found it very odd. This one dude, Simply FPL, he got up to probably 10 or 15,000 subscribers in a month or two. And this is a guy who claimed, he's like, I've never put a YouTube on video before in my life, right? And then all of a sudden his live streams were getting 5,000-10,000 people, like either live views or / that video. And remember, this is weekly, right? So once a game week passes, there's absolutely no reason to go back and watch that fucking video.
Yeah.
So 10,000 views is actually a pretty good amount. And then he started growing really fast. Long story short, what I'm getting at is a week or two ago, I tried to go find him because some of the other guys hadn't posted new content. His shit's just gone. Like, it's just gone. Like, you search Simply FPL now in Google or in the YouTube search bar, and like the page kind of comes up, but it goes, there's no videos. There's no playlists. He had at least 38 video or 32 videos or more, because there's been 32 game weeks. He might have done 2 a week. No, so he had to have like 50 videos or more. And some were short, some were like the longest were like 30 minutes. But I just thought it was weird. Like, almost like they were kind of saying, okay, we've got enough people in that space. And the guy was not. Like, he wasn't doing anything fishy, right? Like, you weren't seeing like weird things pop up, like I don't know, some dude's boner, like nothing sexual, like nothing like that. It was strictly football. He cursed once in a while, but I don't think there's a rule against cursing, right? Like, I mean, unless it's totally racist or something.
Honestly, that's the problem. Is that what worries me is that we've gone as a society to a situation where there's no other way to really advertise your company, your business whatsoever. All you have now is these social media platforms. Okay. And now they've become these just massive monopolies where they won't even let in competition. I was promoting Bikini Girl magazine on Parler because Parler had 20 million users. And what did they do? They shut down Parler. The big tech companies worked together to crush Parler overnight. They pulled the app from the Google App Store and the Apple App Store at the same exact time. And then Amazon.com over the same weekend pulled its servers away. So now suddenly 20 million user accounts deleted, just so that they didn't have that company to compete with. Now, these companies are so massive. We're talking about companies with 60,000 more plus employees, right? Subsidiaries handling this, outsourcing all this, content review and all this different stuff. Yeah, I mean, like, how are we supposed to run businesses? How are we supposed to start businesses? We don't know what the guidelines are. And I see it across YouTube all the time of the targeting of businesses, the targeting of people, the targeting. You have not only people on Twitter that get together and say, we don't like this person for what they do or their politics or their views or this. So we're going to target them and we're going to flag them and we're going to get them canceled and removed. And I'm sure that's happening to a lot of the models out there on Instagram. I'm sure there's a ton of haters, men and women, who are flagging these girls' content and trying to get them taken off of social media. But what there doesn't seem to be is any kind of recourse or protection for the content creators themselves. Because you have these stupid forums. It's like what happened to me. Do you appeal this? Yes or no? well, what the hell did I do wrong? In the first.
You know what it's like. Did you watch? It's Matt Damon and Jodie Foster. Utopia. It's called Utopia. No, Millennium. Oh, fuck. I'm gonna Google it real quick. But there's a movie. It's Matt Damon and Jodie Foster. Elysium. Have you seen that? Have you seen that?
Yeah, that's the one where that's where the spaceship's up in space.
Yeah, and it's just one little segment in the first 10, 15 minutes. Remember, they've all got those wrist things on, like that's your job on Earth or whatever. It's all automated. It's all. And he's on his way to work or wherever he's going, and he gets this thing, and it's like, oh, hey, guess what, man? You don't have that job anymore. No appeal, no reason why, no nothing. I feel like what we're starting to discuss here, John, and I don't know what episode we're gonna go full on, but Skynet has launched. Skynet is it's evolving. It's doing the Ultron thing where all the little membranes are just it is creepy as fuck. I want to say something too. That Nirvana song I was talking about, the original singer's name was Leadbelly, born in 1888, died in 1949. Leadbelly, old blues singer from the South. So I just want to give proper credit there. But yeah, I feel your pain, dude, and I know these gigs, right? What the drivers ones are Uber and Shift, Uber and Shift,
Lyft,
Uber, Lyft, the shopping ones, Instacart, Shipped. And there's other ones, right? It's the same thing. If you're on that platform, say an Instacart, and you drop off groceries or whatever in someone's house, and that customer decides, and you did it. You gave them, whoever was the delivery person, they did their job. They left all the groceries outside as the customer asked in front of the front door, took pictures of it. A day later, or even maybe 10 hours later, something from Instacart comes in and says, yeah, you've been, deactivated from the platform. It's like, why? It's like, well, the customer said you did not deliver all the groceries. And it's like, think about some of the stuff you might be delivering. You could be delivering like grandparent Pampers and shit. Why would you steal an order that's $50 as opposed to $500 from an actual supermarket? But it's what I'm getting at is the concept of no recourse. It's just, nope, that's it. Our decision's final. And you're like, well, what is your decision based on? They'll say oh, we did our investigation. It's like, investigate what, dude? You haven't even told us what's going on. And that's a bummer, dude. I'm somebody fuck social media and fuck cell phones. I fucking, if Instagram went away tomorrow, I would throw a party. If Facebook went down tomorrow, I'd throw a party. I don't use any of it. I don't go on any of it. I don't fucking care. If anybody tries to show me something on it, I'm going to slap your fucking phone out of your hand. But I'm a dickhead. I'm like an 80-year-old trapped in a 35-year-old body, but I understand you've put in fucking years of time, years of effort. And it's just, they did you raw. They flipped you over, put a little sand in your butthole, and started slamming you. And that's bullshit.
No, I don't know what it is, man. I mean, we've been, this isn't the first time I've run into problems with the tech companies. In the late 2000s, I had spent 3 years of my life building a website called Swimmer Model Galleries. And, this is in my late 20s, man. I sacrificed, and Mikey was there at this time. And you remember how big my websites were when we were doing the surf shot stuff? I almost had a dozen websites, all feeding traffic to Swimmer Model Galleries. And the plan was to get that as big as a media company, like a Maxim or a Chive. And I was crushing the search engine rankings. So if you searched bikini models into Google, I was number 4 in the world. If you search swimsuit models, it was Sports Illustrated number 1, Sports Illustrated number 2, me number 3. Swimwear models, I was number 2 in the world. Thong models, I was number 4. I started developing so much traffic on these websites. And all it was galleries of all the girls that I was shooting, similar to what I'm doing now. And finally, at one point, I think I broke something like 12,000 unique viewers in a month, but I broke 1 million page views in 1 month. And that was based off of the average pages visited was something like 19 pages, which was absurd. The average time on the site, you guys will love this, was 7 minutes. Just enough time on the site to you know what. 7 minutes, lucky 7, you're out of there. I'm all done. I got to get back to the wife or something. But this is what happens. So now I'm like, okay, I'm going to start selling advertising. Great. 3 years of my life sitting at the computer, editing, loading photos, coding, all this stuff. Overnight, Google releases an update called the Panda update for their algorithm. Overnight, I lost all my traffic. Gone. I watched my analytics bar go like this, straight down. And then the next 2 days, it was like 3 or 4 people at the site. I started searching the terms on Google. I was ranked like page 34, 35. And I'm freaking out. I'm like, holy cow, what the heck happened? So I'm messaging Google and I'm like, dude, what the heck happened? I just went from organically ranking 2, 3, 4, 5 on your page, and now I can't even be found. They searched my site. They're like, oh, we don't find any problems with your site. We don't know what the problem is. But everyone else at Surfshot knew, who was tech. They're like, oh no, they just released an algorithm update. And they just basically screwed tens of thousands of businesses overnight. Same thing happened with Apple. A guy approached me and we developed an app called I think it was like Daily Bikini Girl app, where it was like girls like this, girls like Sherry. You get the app, you download it to your phone. Every day you wake up, you see a pretty picture. Every day was a new girl, right? So I partnered with somebody. He paid for the app development. I did all the legwork, the hours of work, sitting here resizing all these photos to what they needed to be on the app and laying them out and file numbering and contexting them. And then once we had the app, we had to launch the stuff, and I'm advertising and I'm placing ads and banner ads and all this stuff. And finally, 6 months after we launched the app, we've got reviews. We're starting to sell the app. It's starting to go good. And what happens overnight? Apple decides, oh, we're going to purge the app store of every app related to men and women in any kind of bikinis or swimwear. It was something like 2,600 apps were deleted out of the store. Millions and millions and millions of dollars of development just deleted overnight. But guess who got to stay?
Skynet.
Maxim, Playboy, Sports Illustrated.
Skynet, dude. I'm telling you.
Advertisers.
Mikey, you buy Skynet? Skynet is here. Skynet is infiltrating. Are you on board?
Definitely.
Yeah, I love it. Hey, Mikey, quick question on your John. Not to just quickly go. So when you click off real quick and there's like the avatar, is that Barry Lyndon?
I'm glad you said it's me.
Oh, it is you. Oh, okay, I can't because it was small and I was like, is that from that? That's what's his name? Kubrick. I was like, is that fucking Barry Lyndon? Anyways, that's random, but I like it. I like it. John, I hear you, dude. Like that sucks, man. I mean, I'm not. I can't say I'm shocked though, dude. I mean, I don't know. Like I always kind of felt like some of the people who get huge followings, I don't understand why. I mean, I'm Irish, so I always think there's some bullshit. You know, there's something going on. Skeptical, I guess, is the word. But yeah, I mean, I feel your pain. Unfortunately, like if they did it to me, I think like all 19 views I've ever gotten on my YouTube page, like I think I'd handle it if they went away.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the thing, man. I'm trying to figure out, moving forward. And so we're all, this isn't just me. This is happening to thousands and thousands and thousands of other people. And all these girls that I work with and the girls that we're going to have on the show, same thing's happening to them. Yeah. And, they're trying to, this is just really sucks because they're trying to, like we talk with Penn, these girls are trying to start their own businesses surrounded about themselves as the brand. Like they're the brand. So it's like, yeah. But, like what do we do? Like, it seems like we're kind of getting pushed with this content. The only place we could put it is on the porn websites. And we don't want to go there. I know you want to go there. I know you guys want to go there.
I love that there's no doubt you guys both know. Nicely done.
So, I just wanted to touch on that subject because it is a hot button issue and it's happening to me and it's happening already to us with the first episode. So moving forward, everybody out there listening to me gripe, this is what we're dealing with. So
we're going to fight through that shit like a hurricane.
Yeah, yeah. The only thing we can do, man, is just, I guess, keep on creating content for the most part, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's all you can do. I mean, I got to be honest, man. The thing that blows my mind is I feel like almost everything that gets popular has some sort of cheap knockoff. I don't feel like YouTube and Facebook have that cheap knockoff, even though Facebook is a cheap knockoff that just became, Kingfish. I mean, anybody recall Friendster? Like Friendster
Oh, I
was
remember French. Yeah.
right. Friendster was Facebook. Then Friendster got MySpace. MySpace got Facebooked. I'm waiting for Legroom when it's like, no, you can only be my friend after I know you for a really long time, as opposed to the clamor of just friend me, friend me, friend me, friend me. I mean, I'll tell you what, like that whole peak of Facebook 5 or 6 years ago. Yeah, and then let's jump into something that people probably find a little more interesting.
Yeah.
But it was like the same time the movie came out, The Social Network, and I do have to say, like, just people around me, like this frenzy of Facebook. Like I literally, like if they had all gotten shot in the head, I don't think I would have felt bad at that point in time. Like they were driving me fucking nuts. I literally have never been on Facebook. I've never had a profile. I've never done it. Never fucking wanted to. So yeah, like I'm a weird subject when it comes to that stuff. But again, I
respect that, man. I know you. I mean, I've known you for years, and I know people out there. He's not lying. Like this guy, you can't. When he says he's hard to find online, you cannot find him online.
Not only never did it, like never in my head did it ever be like, maybe I'll check it out. Like it just didn't. But again, like I said, I've got it could be said I'm a different kind of cat, so to speak. But that Falcon Winter Soldier clip, that looked. Should we start getting on that a little bit? Mike, did you watch? Did you get that second episode?
I saw it.
Falcon, I'm liking it, dude. I'm digging it.
Yeah, you guys liked it?
I like it. I think it's even gonna get better.
I got through 9 minutes of it.
That's a whole episode for you. That's a whole episode for you.
I'm liking Bucky. I think Bucky's my dude.
I think I like Bucky overall as an actor. Like I do think when I first saw Winter Soldier in the Cap, I tend to like who was the one of my favorite lines from Goodfellas. Jimmy was the kind of guy that used to root for bad guys in the movies. I think I have some of that in me, right? And Bucky, while in this clearly he's moved towards the good or whatever, but Winter Soldier was an awesome bad guy. And I will say this: I'd like that arm out. I want him to lose the jacket. Like I'm wondering if they're skimping us on the budget somehow. I don't feel like we've seen the metal arm as much, unless like am I missing something? They haven't replaced it with a real arm, right? He's still got the metal. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, he's got the metal arm. He just had it hidden for the whole start of kind of like incognito kind of thing.
Yeah, that dude's solid, man. I liked him in that. He was in The Martian too. He was, supporting with Matt Damon and Kate Mara in that movie. Michael Pena, like there's Jessica Chastain, but he's in that too. Yeah, I like that dude. And Anthony Mack. Yeah, he's one of the astronauts that goes back to get Matt Damon. He's Kate Mara's like love interest in that. Like obviously it's not a love interest because they're in space, but yeah, and Anthony Mackie, obviously, I mean that dude's a boss.
That movie was amazing. I love that movie.
Good, yeah, it's a fun movie. His shit reaction potatoes? To getting
shit potatoes. Hell yeah. Eat me some shit potatoes.
His reactions to how they're trying to talk to him. He's the one stuck on Mars, and they're like trying to tell him like how he should do stuff, and it's just like eat a dick, bro. Like I'm stuck on Mars, motherfucker. Like, yeah, I mean, I can't even imagine that. Like, I would think there is no hope.
Right.
Right. I mean, it takes so long just apparently to get there. So, but yeah, this show, I think it's just going to pick up steam. I do have to say this. Not totally sure. God, this is probably. Well, we don't have a big audience, so I'll say it. I'm not sure I'm in love with like how they kind of made this. It appears so far the Flag Smasher. They switched her. I think it was I guess a dude in the comics, and it's kind of
it's a little girl. Yeah, it's some little girl. It's woke Hollywood, dude. It's Flag Smasher. Yeah, they switched it to literally like a 5'2".
Give me Gwendolyn Christie from Game of Thrones, right? Like, give me a big bitch. Like, give me a 6'4" bitch or something from fucking MMA. I don't know, not to pick on her. I guess she was also, wasn't she in Solo.
She was in Solo. She was she played Enfy's Nest in Solo.
That's right.
Who actually, if you play Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, the video game, Enfy's Nest is bomb a character in that game. But yeah, so that's the thing. I kind of, there was two things that kind of just got me in this. Remember we talked last week, we were like, how are we going to get how are we going to get Bucky and the Falcon to meet up? And I mean, they just did it. It was just suddenly Bucky comes. Oh yeah, spoilers, everybody. Anytime we talk about shows, there's always and they just basically meet up, and he's just like, "Hey, I'm here, and you screwed up, and you gave the shield away." And I was like, "Oh, okay, that settles that question." He just showed up at the base, and I was like, "Yeah, I forgot he's an Avenger. He could just go wherever he wants." I do like how they have this just adversarial relationship between each other. And they kind of address it during the show towards the end with the doctor and the psychiatrist having them, try to work through their issues, when it actually really was just kind of Bucky who was the one that had the issue deep down. They had he resented Falcon with the shield, and he's worried that if he's the one that's going to fail. It boils down to Bucky's got some really screwed up things going on in his head, dude. That guy's got some issues he's got to work through.
Well, he's 90, right? He's 90.
Yeah, 90. Oh no, yeah, he's over 100 years old, isn't he?
Yeah, actually, you're right. And I think that's the I thought that was kind of a cool thing they did with Cap, and I felt like they have not really gone too much into that with Buck. I'd love to see more. I just think that's a very interesting angle. Like, the dude's that old, but now he lives in. You're just back. You were an assassin when you came back from some psycho, global conglomerate called Hydra, and now he's just supposed to, just go get an apartment, dude. Cook some burritos, chill out. It's like, I don't even know where I am. But yeah, it's cool. I mean, nothing against the girl that they did cast. Like I do like her as an actress. I don't know. I don't know. Something about it. I was like, all right, whatever. Wasn't thrilled. I know it's not a, we're watching superhero movies, and it's, you're supposed to suspend disbelief. But at the same time, like what you're saying, if you're going to switch the role and you're going to cast a woman, make her boss.
At least cast some sort of boss ass bitch, cast some just ripped or shredded or big girl. I mean, the title of the character is Flag Smasher. Yeah. And, this is, basically they went down to the local hippie rally and grabbed some chick and pulled her off there. And now we're to believe that she's some superhero that, that can kick everybody's ass.
Calm down, John. Jesus.
Hippie rally.
Yeah, come on, bro. The chick kicked ass. So what? She's a little girl. She'll whoop your ass. What are you going to do? Like, come on. It's ridiculous. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with her casting, guys. Let her kick some ass.
Yeah, I didn't like it, man. I didn't like that. It was just kind of like, yeah.
Well, they couldn't hire Gina Carano now, could they?
No, they couldn't, but they could have. So
that would have been fucking awesome.
But that's the point right there. They could find somebody similar to a Carano where it's actually like semi-believable. Some girl who is.
I liked it. I liked how he walks into the big rig, sees this girl, this little timid girl supposedly, and he's like, "Oh, we got the hostage." She's not the hostage. She's the bad guy. Like I don't see anything wrong with that character. I just got to go against what you guys are saying, because otherwise this wouldn't be interesting at all. But yeah, no, I thought it was cool. I mean, is it believable? No, but we're watching the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Okay, like.
Yeah, that's what I just
But I actually enjoyed it. I enjoyed what I watched. I like Bucky's character a lot. Falcon still has yet to grow on me, although he kicks ass. I'm curious to see where his personal story goes. And I really liked the new Captain America kind of dichotomy, how they're all pissed off at this guy. He's a new guy, and they don't want to give him any respect. And his first time out, he gets his ass whipped by some little girl. So I thought that was pretty cool. I look forward to see how he redeems himself and proves himself to Falcon and Bucky. We'll see.
That's Kurt Russell's son. The
Really?
actor. Yeah.
Kurt Russell and Goldie, right? Like that's
that's Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn's son, who's the actor. This is his first.
Wyatt Russell.
This is his first like big, huge. I mean, he's been in some stuff, but no, this is pretty massive. This is a big role for him as like an action hero.
So who's his sidekick? What's that? I didn't get that guy's name.
I didn't get it either.
I forgot it too, but apparently somewhere in his comic line, like when U.S. Agent, that dude is like his Bucky almost, not like with the same like 100-year-old or anything, but he's always kind of with him, and
right.
They get pretty violent apparently in the comics at some point. U.S. Agent apparently, has a little bit of a meltdown, starts killing motherfuckers, but yeah, they're definitely on the fence as whether these guys are gonna be good or bad or like just off rogue, right? Like not even joining Flag Smashers or anything, just not with Cap or not with Falcon and Bucky, and not necessarily with Flag Smashers. Like just kind of there. I was watching something too. They were saying, remember the dude he shows up in the Avenger movies. He's the dude in the Hulk with Ed Norton. That's the bad military guy. I'm forgetting the actor's name. God, he's been in fucking everything. I mean, he's been acting forever. He apparently in the comics creates some rogue kind of superhero group through the military using super serums and that stuff. So he apparently might be like their kind of guy, their contact guy. But I guess we'll have to wait and see.
What I'm surprised
William Hurt. How the fuck did I forget William Hurt?
Look at that. That's pretty good. You still got it.
Yeah. Oh, and I gave a disclaimer I don't know when you stepped away, but it was Leadbelly was the guy that Nirvana covered. Leadbelly was born in 1888, died in 1949. And it's his song. Like, Where Did You Sleep Last Night? So that fucker came. I mean, that was probably like the 20s.
I didn't chime in on that, but do you know why Kurt Cobain sung that song?
No, I'd love to know.
Because at the time he's really jealous of Courtney Love, and he was thinking that she was cheating on him at the time.
Oh, probably was.
And there's some backstory to that, and we know where that went.
Yeah.
But that's actually why he covered that song like last minute, like they weren't going to do it, and
right.
Yeah, he was really upset, and that's where that came from. Back to the Winter Soldier or Falcon and the Snowman. What was it? I'm really surprised the amount of people dying in it for Disney. Like, yeah, there's a lot of people die. Like I don't know if. I don't even know how to explain it. I mean, basically, you see people die.
And with like guns, right? Like this time we saw a gunshot. Like usually if it's like a superhero blasting you with his photons, whatever. But it was guns. Right. I agree with you, right?
Yeah. And it's like people are straight up getting capped and yeah. I mean,
that was interesting.
That first episode with the helicopter scene and all that, it's really surprising. It's that definitely keeping me engaged. It woke me up a few times while I was watching it.
In between the 9 minutes.
Right.
Well, they're going to have to go. I mean, Disney's in a bit of a pickle right now because they're going to have to eventually go with some R-rated things. There's the big thing is if they're going to do Deadpool R-rated, they own a lot of properties now that they've bought so many companies. How are they going to stream all these movies that they own R-rated? So there's been talks that they're going to add to Disney Plus like an R-rated section.
That's a great idea. I'm shocked to hear Disney's even considering that.
Yeah, well, did you know that Disneyland, Anaheim, they're going to have booze at the what's that restaurant at Pirates of the Caribbean, the Blue Bayou? I don't know what it is.
Yeah, because they have booze now in California Adventure. That was a big step for Disney. There's no booze at Magic Kingdom, but yeah, having booze at the Pirates of the Caribbean ride, that's enormous step for Disney. But at the same time, too, they have to do stuff. They're just hemorrhaging money, bro. As a company, they're losing so much money with this lockdown. The parks have been shut down. They're losing a fortune with the cruise ships. The Disney cruise ships are costing them a fortune.
I'm kind of glad about that one. Fuck you and your cruise ships, for Christ's sake, man. I mean, get the fuck out of here.
Easy there, guys that do not reproduce. Those cruise ships are crucial to parents. All right. Real talk. In 2020, we had a booked cruise on the Disney cruise.
Oh no shit!
October
No
2020,
shit.
and
Mike was the DJ for all the kids.
Yeah, for the electrical lights parade or whatever you call it.
Yeah.
But I want to say on the Disney losing money, the parks are definitely losing money.
Is mini.
But yeah, the Disney Plus, man, they are just raking in the dough. And Disney, what is Disney at right now?
Well, so they're not making profit. They are at 100 million subscribers, but according to from what I've seen in the financials, they need to reach something like 170 million people, 200 million people to like actually be making profit. So they're still running in the red with that. You got to remember, man, they bought Lucasfilm for $4 billion, and they've lost their ass with that. Even though people like to point out that they say, "Oh, Force Awakens made $1 billion and this and that," it made
real money.
That's not profit. They didn't make $1 billion in profit. They probably sunk $600 million into that movie.
Advertising, yeah, absolutely.
Advertising, and then so they spent all that money on Force Awakens, all the money on Last Jedi, all the money on Solo, all the money on Rogue One.
Solo was good.
Yeah, and they had one really good movie out of 5 that actually like fans gravitated towards and didn't cause like a total civil war. But on top of that, the toy sales for all those movies, garbage.
Kids don't
Nobody
buy toys.
bought Ray dolls. Nobody bought any of the toys. They lost
They don't buy toys like cause right. There's more shit to do now. Kids. I mean, dude, my fucking 5-year-old niece, her favorite thing to play with, it's a goddamn telephone.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. She does. Don't get me wrong. What is Mikey? You might know this one. Paw Patrol.
Yeah.
She's big time with Paw. Like, so those are action figures. But yeah, I can see how. I don't think Star Wars
apps and iPads. I mean, that's what it comes down to. Yeah. Is right now the parents, understandably, parents just hand their kids their iPads, and that's the new babysitter.
Yeah, big time.
I get why. I'm proud to say that we're not those parents. Granted, we do have iPad time, but sure. I limit it daily. I mean, so my kids are out in the yard playing. Actually, right now they're tending to crops. It is springtime, and they're digging up all of our land right now. So,
dude, that's awesome.
Cracking the whip.
Honestly, that is awesome that they're outside. Fucking it. Hey, so, and John, I mentioned this to you. I'm not sure how I should say this, but if I have a fantasy baseball draft coming up, should we segue to WCW? And do we have anything that we could play to segue into that? Like a trailer? Am I being too on the nose?
We don't have. Well, that's something actually. Let's check something out real quick. I don't know if you guys know this, so I do the bikini models, but Brian, even though you can't find him on social media, he's always actively working up in LA, and he's working on a brand new project now called Swapping Ignorance that we can add to the stream right here, and we can give this a check out. Funny little show, and let's get this playing right here.
Thanks for letting me borrow your bicycle last week, now. Halamaya, Shakalan, Shakakan. I love you, Donovan.
You can't run, you can't roll, you can't hide. I'm the Port Authority.
Mama told you that? Snitches get stitches, Mama.
Stop spreading those lies about Mama, Sean, okay?
Okay, Daphne.
That's a good day.
I love you, Donovan!
I don't know. I've seen that guy. I've known him. I don't know if he's the type to be a duck fucker.
Oh, Daddy's never ready. Oh, God! Here you go, Donovan. Nobody talks about my mama. Fuck you and your mama, child.
You know she good at,
Hell no.
I'm gonna ask you one more time, Hemp. Who the fuck is Chin May?
I don't know.
Get that shit out of here!
I'm gonna have me and my brother fuck the shit out of your mama.
All right, man. Right there.
I don't know. On my end, I'm not bitching, but on my end, that it kind of didn't buffer that great. Like, did it look good to you guys?
Nope. But I don't know if there's an internet problem. But holy shit, I need to wash out my eyes right now. Mama!
Yeah, it's an oddball comedy for sure, but we're in COVID. We know a bunch of comics that were willing to show up, and some that are, like I was telling John, like one of the young ladies, Daphne. Daphne's got a massive social media following. She does a bunch of stand-up, and she's in shows, and we potentially might get some other little, there's Daphne, some other little cameos from some comics that people might know. I don't want to say anything until we know we've booked them, shot them, and we know that we're all good. But it's fun. It's given me something to do. If you really want to see some kind of out there nonsensical comedy, look up Swapping Ignorance on the YouTube search. I'm sure you'll come across it. So, but thanks for playing that.
Why don't you, and you can find it on Samson Krupin's channel.
Oh yeah. And Samson Krupin plays the nutty guy, the himp, the guy shooting the arrows and shit like that.
And who is the himp, right? You want to give a little, just what's his profession in life?
Yeah, I mean, he's basically like a homeless dude that just comes from a really wealthy family, but he just digs it. He lives by the Iskandide, aka LA River. He's an importer-exporter. He does whatever he has to do to kind of get by. He just kind of enjoys everything he does, and he's just a really random character.
Yeah, definitely, guys, go check it out. They've got several episodes out on the channel.
You don't have that quick little 10-second clip of him screaming freedom, do you?
Oh, not loaded up right now.
Okay.
I don't have that preloaded.
Anyway.
Yeah, guys, go check it out. Make sure support. Go subscribe to the channel. The show's called Swapping Ignorance, and yeah.
Wait, where do we watch that from?
It's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube. Yes, it's the channel that you guys can go check out is Samson Krupin on YouTube, and
just
Brian
is.
Yeah, Brian's involved with this project, and obviously Samson Krupin is the actor who plays the himp. So make sure to go check him out, guys. It's pretty funny. It's
only 10-minute episodes. We're not hitting you over that. Some of them might even be like a 7, a 10, or a 12, whatever. But yeah, it's not too painful to get through, and it'll definitely won't make you smarter, but it'll take your mind off some shit probably. like whoa, okay. But yeah, thanks for playing that. So
no worries, dude. Anytime, man. So let's see here. It's that time of the day. It is Women Crush Wednesday.
I went a little rogue again. But I'm not.
Not you. You going rogue. Come on. All right, guys. So this is the part of the show called Women Crush Wednesday. Basically what it is myself, Brian, Mikey, we each pick our favorite girl of the week. And it can be an actress, musician, adult film star, cam girl, just somebody we think that just is rocking it, doing their thing, hottie for whatever reason. And we just want to give them props and get the word out there. And this is what you guys can do is you guys, whoever you think wins, put in the comments below of the video who you think, is the crown jewel of this week's Women Crush Wednesday. So we're going to start up here with Brian. And Brian picked Jade Bird Music. And this is Jade Bird is her name. So Brian, tell us about Jade Bird. How did you find her?
Yeah, so dude, there's this awesome fucking radio station up here, 88.5. I think it's like out of the Northridge, the CSUN Northridge. It's there's no commercials, right? It's one of those like publicly funded. So their music is fucking awesome. Like if all you listen to is shit that is at the Grammys, you won't know any of these fucking artists. And like on the flip side, if I watch the Grammys, I'd be like, I literally don't know who any of these fucking people are. Jade Bird is probably like 21, 22 right now, and she just fucking rocks. I'm talking in the vein of Joan Jett, Liz Phair.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. She's British, which I actually did not know originally. Like I was just hearing some of her songs on the radio, so I didn't know what she looked like. I didn't know how old she was. I didn't know anything. I didn't know she was from the UK. And then I stumbled across an article of all odd places, San Diego Tribune. So she's definitely gotten, her feet wet a little bit out here in California, but I dig the style, I dig the sound, I dig the vibe, and I mean she brings it. Like the amount of power that she's belting out of what seems to be a, probably a little body. I think it's fucking awesome. So she's not like I highly doubt like even her age demographic. I don't know, but I don't. Whoa, that's an interesting picture. I don't like there wasn't anything about this girl like that was overtly sexual. And I was like, oh, she's
I want that. How do I get that
dude.
Shirt?
Yeah, that's awesome.
I love her already.
Yeah, that's like an apron, Mike. I don't even know if that's a shirt. Yeah, is that a shirt? What is that? It looks like
I don't know.
Super spunky. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't really know. I know one of the first songs is a song called "I Get No Joy," and that was just like and she goes back and forth. Some stuff's kind of acoustic. Then there's like a rock level, and she's got obviously some bandmates. But I was just like, like I kind of like getting hit over the head out of the blue with somebody. Like it's like it's dead silent, and so I'm just play something, and like that's what comes on. I don't need to hear background where somebody's from or whatever. Do they fucking rock or not? And I was like, Jesus, she fucking rocks, and like there's a little bit of anger in there, like a little anger. And I was just like, wait, how many UK female rockers are there? Right? Like we know the UK has punked out rockers. But
we've got Sonic Youth. We've got a Sonic Youth picture here, and we've got a Bjork picture.
That's interesting.
People that she likes. So
Sonic Youth, dude.
Yeah, I'm right there with her on that. We're throwing it back to some '90s rock and roll right there, and some alt channel. Well, cool. Yeah, definitely. It's good to switch it up, man. And
I want to make a comment. I think this is great. I really hats off to you, dude. For I'm gonna check her out. I like how you are stepping outside of the box here. I thought we were in this box of just, just, I don't know, eye candy.
Yeah.
But now you brought in ear candy. That really opens up a lot of stuff for me. So I like it. I like it.
Yeah. Right. I figured every few weeks, like we're always going to have one that's a smoking hottie. So I was like, you know what, and not like she's super cute too, but at her age and my age, I'm not going to sit here and really get into that, but
you love her music, and you're putting it out there. That's cool. I respect
fierce
that.
vocals, just fucking getting after it, and it's like whatever. So that's what I got. Jay Bird,
dude, Women Crush Wednesday. Right.
Like
I thought we were doing eye candy, but man, it's whatever floats your boat, bro. If this if this girl speaks to you, you want to give her recognition, dude, toss her out there, man, and that's what it's all about, dude. Just paying tribute. Well, we're gonna switch gears and go to Mikey, and Mikey's girl is now I guess Santa Maria.
Oh, I like
that.
Santa Maria, is that Miss Santa? I guess so. It's Miss Santa Maria.
Sure. Ask her abs. I don't know.
Ask her abs. Yeah. So Miss abs are friggin' incredible. That's basically holy cow,
dude.
So there's obviously the sex appeal. She checks the boxes on the sportswear, which we all love. Her videos though, dude, like this is kind of a simple standard workout that she does here, but some of the workouts she does, that's why she looks like that. There's pictures of her doing some crazy pull-ups with a 45-pound weight tied around her waist. Oh, look at that. That's insane.
Yeah, dude, that is insane.
There we go. A before and after. Big difference.
And when you go through some of these videos, you'll see, I mean, these exercises, I mean, of course it's like hot to watch, but I mean, you can't help but respect what she's doing. It's intense training. I mean, stuff that I would never be able to do.
That right there, I can barely do that. I weigh 200 pounds.
Right.
That's like 45, 90. That's like 135, 145. That's Jesus Christ, chick.
Yeah, what she got on there? 45-pound dumbbells on each side plus the 15-pound bar.
Yeah. I think the bar is actually. I think that's 25.
35-pound bar.
Yeah.
It's probably It's 135 that she's doing that.
Now in her videos, she usually packs in 4 different videos. She does like full-on workout routines for you to follow along to. And granted, I don't do any of them.
Love it. Me neither.
But again, once you start flipping through those videos, you know, there's of course arousal, but dude, respect to what this woman does. I mean, she had me at the pull-ups with a 45-pound weight tied around her waist, and she was just doing them like they're nothing. Super impressive.
Ooh.
Yeah. Just
dude. Dedication.
Gorgeous, of course. But man, I mean, these workouts, they make me sweat.
She's a girl. You don't fuck her, she'll fuck you.
Yeah, I don't think anyone fucks that. I think I don't know. I think she's an angel, and I don't think she does that kind of stuff.
So this is a perfect example of, you know, you look at the difference of on the left, the before, you know, typical skinny girl, probably not eating, starving herself, this and that, just to stay skinny, but then actually probably eating healthy and doing fitness and working out and putting some stuff. And, you know, look, you know, the idea that they have to be stick figures, I never understood. You know, it's like, no, man, just meat on your bones is okay. Like, just tone and, you know, just.
She's making me rethink my New Year's resolution, which was giving up working out.
And another thing about her is the positive message that she puts out. Like on that last one, you know, you see her say, "Girl, if I can do it, you can do it."
Mm-hmm. It really is, man. It's just about it's doing something, right? Like you can talk about doing stuff all you want, but until you physically start doing it, yeah, man, she looks inspirational. Is where
if you could find that, I don't know where that video is. Where maybe it's in one of those right there. Keep scrolling through those videos. She has a couple of one on that one. Yeah, see, dude.
Oh, dude, those are burners.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what she does for guys. This is what she does for a living. She's a professional fitness model. She's probably a trainer. I mean, she works out all day long, every day, nonstop. That's her life, you know, to get to this shape. It's such dedication to do something like this, you know?
Yeah.
Clearly no kids.
So, yeah, she's got all her routines here. You guys can check them out. Her ab routine, quad routine, back, glutes, probably motivational thing. I think I might have been, did I give her a follow? Yeah. And she's probably sponsored by a couple of these, 670,000 followers. Yeah. The interesting thing is that you and I, great minds think alike, because you picked a fitness model this week and I picked a fitness model this week.
Hey,
Zuzka Light, who is Susanna. Susanna.
Whoa. Wow. That's fucking, I would faceplant right there. Right. Whoa, dude.
Yeah. I would break something immediately.
Yeah, our elbows would. It'd be faceplant.
Yeah, just what like. And that's the thing, like, you know, I'm a perv as much as every single one of you guys are, and when I'm looking through these videos, I'm actually like, oh my god, this is amazing. Like,
yeah. Like
I don't want to whip it out and jerk it. I want to, you know, do some push-ups. I'm not going to. I'm just saying I want to. You know.
Right. The inspirational aspect. I agree with you, dude.
So here's the deal with this girl. So this is interesting. She started in the adult industry in Europe.
Oh, can I get that link, please?
Yes, fire that both ways.
She was a porn star in Europe, doing all kinds of like solo videos and girl stuff and stuff like that when she was in her like early 20s and like a young girl. And you could tell even then she was kind of always pretty fit. But then what happened was, I think she ended up meeting an American guy, and they had started something called Body Rock TV. And she was the spokesmodel of Body Rock TV. So she transitioned out of the adult industry and then just started doing these fitness videos. And her videos went crazy viral. There was a channel on YouTube called Body Rock TV. And it was just her doing these 5-minute workout videos, but of course with sound effects and everything and the grunts and the groans and all that stuff. And these views went just ballistic. Now, I don't know what happened at the time, but I think maybe she broke up with that guy, her husband, or whoever she was working with, and she went out on her own and she started Zuzka Light. And she started her own channel. She started her own YouTube. And basically now, man, she's just been doing this full time. I mean, she does these backyard workouts. She's one of the first girls to basically do this whole like internet fitness guru thing. She's been doing this now for, I remember seeing her videos back in the late 2000s, bro. She'd been doing this for like 10, 12, 14 years, you know, and just super healthy, gorgeous, man. Gorgeous.
What are we thinking? Is it a little Swiss, Norway,
Czech.
German?
Czech.
I was going to say, I had check out the gates.
Gotcha.
Yeah, she's a Czech girl. She used to do all kinds of adult films in Prague and stuff like that.
Let's talk more about that.
Prague, I hear, is fucking amazing. Like pussy wise, like there's fucking talent everywhere in Prague. I only know a couple of guys that went, but it's like chicks and absinthe. It sounds like
you can't see my crotch, right?
But that's, you know, yeah. I mean, this is so we kind of had the same. We kind of had the same idea. Zuzka Light, man.
Super cute. Super cute.
I am so into over 35-year-olds right now.
Yeah.
Like I'm more like 40 plus right now, man. It's I don't know what's going on, man. Maybe it's this lockdown.
The toned ones too. Like I know, I mean, Liz Hurley's always been a smoke show, but like Liz Hurley, I feel like I find her sexier now.
Really?
Yeah, really? I don't know what to do.
Look at Liz Hurley on Instagram.
But I'm right with you, dude. On like the 35 to 45. You know, they're toned it up. Like it's a good scene. It's a real good scene.
Well, there we go, guys. That's Women Crush Wednesday for this week. And we've got Jade Bird, we've got Santa Maria, and we've got Zuzka Light. So go ahead in the comment section of the video. Let us know who you think is your favorite Women Crush Wednesday of the week, or if you got suggestions for upcoming episodes that we should check out and we should check out and kind of review and go over what they're doing in life. That's great. We're going to probably wrap up the show right now, guys. It was awesome hanging with you guys. Once again, that's episode number 4. If possible, make sure to subscribe to the channel, guys. Comment, like the video, share the video. It really helps. So, Brian, where could everybody find you?
In the third circle of hell.
Nice. Nice. Well,
that's in between the fifth and the second. Excuse me, the fourth and the second for all you math majors.
Mikey, where could everybody find you?
You can find me at the Presidio Park rest stop right off the freeway and Hotel Circle.
I've been there.
Just knock 7 times. 7 times.
I know the drill.
You can find me on Instagram, Mikey Beats DJ, Twitter, DJ Mikey Beats. Holler if you hear me. Point at me if you see me.
Oh, yeah, I'll throw out a constitutionpictures.com if you ever want to check out my website, my feature film.
There we go, bro.
There it is.
That's how you do that? Okay, I'm getting it. I'll be up to speed around episode 19. I'll be up to speed, guys.
Yeah, we'll get you an email.
Yeah. I'm still drinking rusty nails with my 94-year-old, grandfather, but that's another. But yeah, all right, guys. Awesome show. Glad to do it.
Yeah, and guys, you can find me online. Best thing you can do, check out bikinigirlmagazine.com. Go there. You can subscribe to the monthly magazine. It's a digital magazine you download to your phone, and subscribers, it's only $6.99 a month. You can go check it out. We get all the hot videos that I can show on social media. This is our alternate channel. This is Bikini Girl Magazine on YouTube and across all the other platforms like Twitter, MeWe, Parler, all those different things. So check us out, guys, and we'll see you next week. We're going to run the credits right here. And, yeah, there we go.
Out this video, everyone. Did you know that for the price of a 6-pack of beer that you can get Bikini Girl Magazine each month? That's right. You get the digital magazine downloadable to your phone or your desktop, as well as all the smoking hot, uncensored content from the shoots that I can't show on social media. Go to bikinigirlmagazine.com and sign up as a monthly patron, or you can purchase individual issues via MagForest platform. Your support helps me continue to do all of these sexy shoots for you. The social media censors absolutely hate all of this content of beautiful women, so help spread the word to all your friends. Please make sure to like, comment, or share this video with some friends and click that subscribe button. Also, go follow Bikini Girl Magazine on our second YouTube channel and across social media to keep up with the latest hot babes.